Hey, what is the next question? You already answered that. Oh yeah. Okay. Is there any? I don't know if y'all even talk to each other like that yet, but y'all have any like anything in mind set up for punishment in case somebody loses or something like that, or is this just like the pride, the grudge match, winner takes all and all that? What do you think?
It's a grudge match, honestly. It's just winner take all. It's just bragging rights, really. Like once I beat the shit out of him in the first of 10, he can never say anything about me. He can call me all the names he wants, but I could be like, "Hey, I beat you in official first of 10. What can you say?" I don't want to hear nothing about online and latency because we'll do one play test to see, and that's it. Once he gives the okay, that's it. I don't want to hear nothing about. I mean, if it spikes really bad like how it did with our match, which I doubt it will, but if it does, then I'll be like, all right, that's a momentum fuck up, so we could run it back. But
I mean, even if it does, like how I look at it is like I didn't. I mean, okay, I complain about it a little bit, but I didn't bug out and be like, oh, that's why I lost, and no, I had to give you props because you won. But at the same time, when you sign up for online battles, it's like that's part of the waiver, it's part of the disclaimer. You already signed your name to it. You gotta just accept
yeah,
it.
because it might be a little weird. Because like I said, the ping, you don't even gotta really look at connection speed. Is really just the distance. Because he's in freaking St. Louis and I'm in New York, so that's already gonna be like. Yeah, I get like 2 or 3 bars depending upon, I guess, a good day or bad day. But I think it'll be fine. Honestly, I don't even think it's
Yeah,
gonna be that serious.
it should be okay. Like America's pretty big; it's bound to happen. So
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Yeah. Nah. I mean, I'm like I said, I called him out. He accepted. So as far as I'm concerned, the silent agreement is that we're both going to play despite whatever online BS happens.
Okay. All right. So we went over the
No,
match. We
no,
went
no,
over. Oh, go ahead. My bad. I
no,
mean,
no. I
cut
was
you
just
off.
gonna say there's no like stipulation or anything. It's just play first to 10, bragging rights, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
What
He's
say
bragging rights mean a lot. I already know. So.
if he loses, then you gotta leave him being his student. But I doubt that's even.
No. I'm sorry. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's y'all.
We'll leave that idea alone.
All right. So okay, we talked about the match. We're
What's
gonna
up?
break away from that a little bit. So let's talk more on a personal about you a little bit.
Sure thing.
Just basic questions. All right. So first question, like, how did you get started playing VF, and what do you like about it?
Well, I've been playing VF all my life. Actually, I played it since freaking VF 1 in the arcades, and mind you, I never really played it on a. I played it on a competitive understanding, if that makes sense. Like I learned how to play it right, but I never really went to tournaments for it because I was always Street Fighter and King of Fighters guy. But the first one I played was VF when I was a kid, and then VF 2 was actually the first time I actually went to a tournament. When it was at this amusement park called Adventureland. This is back when amusement parks everywhere had big arcades, and it was like booming with. I remember hearing Jackie's theme booming in the arcade.
Oh, what?
People play, and I was like, I have this game at home, and then my cousin was like, Yo, they're having a tournament. Why don't you play in it? And I was like, really? So I was like, how does it? I didn't know how tournaments really work like that. So I asked him, how does it work? And he was telling me, well, this was single, and this wasn't. This was before like double LM type stuff. So pretty much, you lost your match, you were out.
Yeah.
So, ironically enough, I actually went in and played Sarah. I played Jeffrey and Sarah, like I said in VF 1, but I played Sarah in this one because her flip kick did so much damage, and I was cheap as a kid. I just for the move that just took like half health or whatever, and took the most health, and I was just spam it. So I was very spammy. So I played Sarah like that, and I just like would flip kick, or I would do her. Well, in VF 2 is 4-4P, which was like her neck breaker, like not neck
Yeah.
breaker, but the one where she like clothesline. It was a clothesline. She go yeah, and clothesline you and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I
She
remember
had the
that.
net breaker and the running clothesline, or was that in VF2?
Running one. It's one she like. It's like one of her like staple VF moves that she does.
Yeah.
Like when she just clothesline you, she just like she
I know what you're talking about
yeah,
because it doesn't have the running animation before. It's like she just jumps and like grabs your neck with her arm. It's a little clothesline where she falls.
yeah, exactly that one. Like you see it in the VF anime, they pretty much call out the move like they do with every other move. So
Okay.
yeah, I used to like spam that, and because throws are kind of easy to do in that game. If you were then a lot of people were scared. Like people didn't really mash surprisingly when I first played that. I remember that too. I actually remember that tournament very vividly because I lost to Allow and I lost to Nakira. Ironically, I actually got third place in that tournament from being just like cheap scrub. But like there were two players that played Lao and Nakira like good, and the Akira player actually got first because he freaking was like a beast with body check like combo.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like it is a really beast Akira in that VF2 tournament I'm talking about. So I lost to him, and then there was a Lao player that got second.
Yeah, well, did he do like real tech? You know, I know you don't like that word, but
No,
did he do like real,
real
like,
like combos. He did not well. I'm trying to remember what I don't even remember what version it was. He kind of did something akin to like Senbon Punch, where you do like the PKG quick cancels,
yeah.
but he didn't do it like retarded like fast. He just did like 2 3 I think, and then did like body check, and it just, oh god, there's so much damage.
Oh man, okay, that was the real cheap
And he
stuff.
was
That was,
Asian.
oh
Go figure.
man,
He was Asian. He was a Chinese dude, so
oh
I
so
could
he
tell
knew.
yeah. So I knew, but yeah, but going back to the background, like yeah, no, I have a VF background. I've been playing VF all my life, and my favorite one is actually VF4 Evo because that was the one that I invested. That's what I'm saying. That was the game where, like I said, I didn't play it competitively. Like I didn't go to tournaments. I wasn't with the NYC crew back then. Like I said, I was doing my Street Fighter KOF thing, but the freaking training mode, man, was like honestly, VF4 Evo, and I'm gonna go on record to saying this for all fighters. VF4 Evolution on PS2 is hands down the best damn training slash tutorial mode you could ever have in a fighter. Period.
Yeah,
Period. Because that game, if you really like read the tutorials, and that's a glossary for Christ's sake. There's a glossary that you can like look up the names of the moves, what they do, what they are, and it's just an A to Z list though, and actually it's zero to freaking Z list of if that makes sense,
yeah.
so numbered moves and stuff. And I'm like, yo, this is the best. And then the tutorial and expert training, and it teaches you how to play the game. Teaches you how to do evading throw escapes, throw guaranteed throw situations, guaranteed punishes. Like it teaches you VF. It really does.
Oh
And
yeah,
if you played that, then even going into games like even though vanilla VF5 still carried some of those fundamentals over, but even playing FS, you'll still have core VF like fundamentals. So even though FS is more, I guess you could say matchup and more or less Yomi based, because it's certain characters. There's so many moves in this game with these characters. So if you don't fight a character too much, you're gonna get blown up by just all these like setups and stuff. VF4 didn't
yeah.
really have. It's very technical, so there wasn't like a lot of like setup traps or tech traps and stuff. They were there. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like it. You didn't have to rely on it. You could really just get away with playing 2P elbow grab. If you were really good with instincts and your fundamentals, you could literally win matches like that.
Yeah,
So
actually, so
so definitely. I mean, look at guys like Ryan Hart, who don't even play FS really, but just because of his like core fundamentals, what he had with four, he was still able to at least place in like via in FS tournaments.
oh yeah, he won the last final round tournament we did.
Oh, okay. I mean, I forget
I
who
was
won
I was
that, but
kind
I
of
know he was
upset.
definitely up there. There you go. That just proves it. Barely practices because he's always playing SF and stuff, but just because he played the hell out of VF4 and whatnot, those fundamentals stuck with him. And same thing with Rod. Same thing with people like Rod, Denkai, all those dudes. Like they don't really play FS that much, as much as people probably would like to think. But because they played the harder games and still had like they got their skill up in the harder games, they're still able to compete and even win tournaments, for the newer game.
Oh yeah, cause yeah, like Adam's still scary. Like a lot of New York players still scary. The OGs,
Yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah.
LA still scary. LA Akira, you know.
All these dudes, man, they played the hell out of. Like I said, playing the harder game. That's why you see all these Justin Wong and all these top like old school players still placing and winning tournaments in the new shit because it's like they played the games back when they were harder.
Yeah,
So they already have the instincts and the execution down. All they need to do is just learn the game. That's literally all they have to do is just learn a game.
that's pretty much it. Cause once you get what I've learned, cause I'm still learning. I'm still like intermediate level, I would say.
Hmm.
But the one thing I found, talking with OGs and stuff like that, is that once you get to like a high level player status, something like that, it's like you've seen everything.
Yep.
Nothing surprises you anymore. So it's like, and that's pretty much the key to them. It's like they've seen the situation, they know how to deal with it. You know, they deal with it. If they have to go to the lab to figure it out how to do it, they'll do it. But
Oh yeah, they're human too, so they'll get blown up by stuff they don't know. But the beautiful thing about why they're so top and why they're so good is because they will look at why they lost. They won't look at the fact that they lost and bitch about it. They'll look at the fact like, yo, why did I lose that? What did I do wrong there? What was that setup? And they'll, that's what I'm saying. That's the beautiful thing now in this day and age with the Hollywood status it has is you got streams, you got recording, you got every resource possible now to watch your matches over and really like look at what you did right and what you did wrong. Same for your opponent.
oh yeah, it's no excuse. Now you can go and test it yourself if you see something cheap or broken or anything like that. You know how to deal with it then. So
Exactly. Exactly.
all right, so yeah, I answered that question. Let me go to the next question. All right, tell us how you get your tag. You got your tag, Jacko RCB, right? Or just Jacko or whatever.
Yo, it's Jacko. Well, Jacko is my old I guess tag or nickname that I used to call in arcade was B Man. So my name's Bryant. So B they just be B Man, and I used to just run with that name in the arcade. Or people who knew me on a personal level call me by my real name. But the RCB is kind of like an inside joke. It's kind of like a Resident Evil joke. Where I don't know if anybody who played the games or remembers the box art, but if you remember the box art for RE1, where it's just like some random dude with a shotgun who looks like Balrog, like he's kind of doing like the Balrog SF4 face, where he's gritting his teeth with like one eye bigger than the other.
Oh, are you serious? I don't remember this.
But you get a chance, like Google it or whatever. Just Resident Evil like 1996. That's the RE96, the original one.
That's crazy.
Everyone's like, "That's Chris. That's Chris." I'm like, "That looks nothing like Chris." So one of my friends, they just call him Random Cover Guy. That's like literally the running joke is Random Cover Guy. So the B in the name stands for me for Bryant because Random Cover Bryant because I actually we were roaming through. This is a video. I got to ask my friend about it because he has it somewhere, but he uploaded it a while back. But it's a video basically of me going around New York City, going in like cafe spots and restaurants and just screaming out like Resident Evil like quotes. Like, I want a sandwich and stay alert, all the old cheesy dialogue from the game. I'm just yelling out Resident Evil quotes and zombie noises. I'm just basically spazzing out all over the city. So that was like a running joke. And he photoshopped my face on top of the Random Cover Guy's face. So they just called me Random Cover Bryant. So I just basically added the RC key because Jacko was I started going on that name when I was playing on Calera. I used to first it was Jack, just plain old Jack, just whatever, Jack Doe. I just was trying to go for like just a basic name.
Yeah.
And 'cause I was trying to troll. Honestly, like I would go as B Man, then I would go as Jack. But I started actually. The ironic thing was I started having better matches as Jack than I did as B-Man. So people actually started getting to know me as Jack, and then it just kind of just went from there. And I just added the Jacko. Someone was like, "Yo, you're like the biggest troll," or it wasn't troll. It was I just like to fuck with people. So I was like, all right, well I'll call myself like Jacko, like a jack-o'-lantern, just like that nice little grin, the little troll grin.
Yeah.
So. So
the original Kamai's over here, pretty much.
This is Jacko, and and I just started playing on Calera with that name or GGPO at times or whatever, and it just kind of just stuck with me. So I was just like, all right, when I get an Xbox and I make a tag, I'll just call it Jacko RCB.
That's what's up. All right, so back on the New York tip.
What's up?
Yes, what do you think of or tell us about the New York community? And of course, how you fit it in the grand scheme of things.
How I fit in it?
Well, either way, just tell us about the community and all that.
All right.